embroidery.com. Today we're going to make this Sea of Textures card. True confession, I am not a super big ocean fan. I love it. It's beautiful. But in a two-dimensional sense, it's not my thing. I'm more ponds, waterfalls, lakes, and greenery kind of girl. But the framelits spoke to me. I loved the texture that you could add. And this is actually a school of swimming fish. And then obviously the coral, the sand dollars, the octopus, and then all kinds of little more coral and some seaweed kind of things, the little fringy things. I loved kind of the tranquil look of this, and so I am kind of a texture fanatic. So when I saw this with the grungy backgrounds in conjunction with the framelits, I was sold. And I also knew that there were a lot of current stamp sets, such as the Magical Mermaid, that would work really well kind of with this. So really versatile set, which I am all for. I'm going to set these aside. This is the actual bundle that they come together. So all the framelits coordinate, and they are the shapes, and then you have the grungy backgrounds, which I love, and then the kind of netting. So I've pre-done a lot of the stuff so that we don't have to set through it, but I'm going to show you kind of what we used. So this is our finished card. This is all the parts. I always tell you to make your envelope pretty. So the most basic thing we started with is our inks. Mint Macaron, which I'm super happy came back. I love that color. And then also Tranquil Tide. So really pretty together. We have the Designer Series paper. This just reminded me kind of the sea, and I'm gonna find, this one is called Tranquil Textures, so really appropriate. Had some silver here, which is the glimmer paper, and then also our sentiment, which came from the set, You're One of a Kind, and then of course our octopus. So if I flip it over, you're gonna see those new mini dimensionals that we had from the last catalog. They carried over. I've got some regular size dimensionals. And then also, don't forget, you can cut dimensionals to be whatever size you want. So I just made kind of a skinny one that would help pop that up. And also have the new doilies, and they're the pearlized. So on one side, they actually have that pearl. You can actually color those with alcohol markers. And on the other side, they're more of a matte finish. And so you can sponge them all different kinds of colors. But I actually liked the pearl one, and it reminded me kind of like a, not really a life wrap, but almost like a boathouse wheel or something behind him. So I thought it worked well together. And then the parts that I had scattered around are the new Share What You Love artesian pearls. So they had this fabulous color that matched what we were doing. So I'm going to show that. And then also our rhinestones. So in that size. I'm going to set these aside. You see our parts that are laid out here. We're going to start assembling these super quick. So white card base, it's A2, cut at 8.5 by 5.5, scored and folded in half at 4 1/4. The Tranquil Tide layer is 5 1/4 by 4. And then this white inside layer is 3 3/4 inch by 5 inches. And then we've embossed it with the Seaside embossing folder and had that go this sideways direction. So the parts that I put together, you can see that I did already have the dimensionals stuck on the back. And we would remove those, but actually, let's do this part first. I'm going to attach this down. I've got my snail runner. So I'm just going to layer these, and we'll kind of fast forward through those. Okay, so that's it. We fast forwarded through layering those up, and you can see that the white that I did, I just have strips that I always keep, and I just trimmed it to set over here. Actually, the end of the octopus covers that up really nicely, so you'll see what I mean. I'm going to pull the adhesive backings off of these. And this is going to go from here to here, and it's going to stick because we already have the adhesive backing on. If I flip this over, I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive to the center here, but then also just kind of on the 2 dots that I covered up with dimensionals. And then this in half goes pretty much from one tentacle to the other, stretched in half. And so that really covers up having that half be open. Add a little more adhesive to the back of that. And then if you set him kind of almost down towards the center and standing up, his body covers where the edge of that paper is. The tentacle does not go past here. And so you're good to go. I took a couple of the colored pearls and just kind of spattered those around, and then I took 3 of the rhinestones, and kind of decide where we want those. Right there. And that's it. It's our finished card. So really the only part that you didn't see was me running this through the embossing folder and then stamping and die cutting this and then just die cutting the Tranquil Tide. Other than that, it's really a straightforward card, super quick and easy. This is the one we started with, and this is the one we just put together. So thanks so much for stopping by. If you have any questions at all, the blog is stampingcatcrew.com, and happy creating.